Due to the following mature subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
Today on Ricki Lake.
You were having an affair because I found your girlfriend's panties.
Say what?
When one wants out.
You don't love her anymore?
I just want out of this relationship.
And the other won't let them go.
I will not grant her the divorce unless she admits it.
Can you admit that you were having this affair?
And just casually grew into an affair.
Breaking up is hard to do.
I made a mistake when I hit her. You know, I'm sorry.
It would be hard for me to forgive and forget. When most people get married, they agree to love, honor, and cherish one another. But in this day and age, we know that those vows don't always hold up. And sometimes people get divorced. But what happens when one person in a marriage wants to get a divorce and the other person says, no way? Well, you'll find out on today's show. Wanted to get a divorce. You could decide to give it to her, you could try to work things out, or you could just refuse to grant the divorce even though the marriage is unsalvageable. Well, that's exactly what my next guest is doing. First, let me introduce you to Jacqueline Barnett, a lawyer who counsels couples with marital problems. Jacqueline will help us with today's guests like Alan. Thank you for being here, Jacqueline. Alan says that he refuses to grant his wife, Susan, a divorce until she admits right here on national television that she cheated on him for 3 years with her current boyfriend, Butch. Why won't you grant your wife a divorce?
For one, she's been having this affair for the past 3 years, which a lot of people have told me about, including his wife has told me.
So he's married also?
That's correct. And I will not grant her the divorce unless she admits it.
So why? I mean, it doesn't seem like you're in a happy marriage. Why wouldn't you want to just get out, cut your losses, and start a new life for yourself?
Because she needs to know the truth. If she can come out and say it and tell me, yes, it was happening, fine, I'll deal with it, and I'll give her her divorce and whatever she wants after that.
So that's what you're after today. You want her to admit to the fact that she's been cheating on you for the last 3 years. How do you know for a fact that she's been cheating?
Well, I have a few friends, which is one of his daughter. She had told me her girlfriend drives a bus out in Perth Amboy in Jersey. She had seen them in Jersey switching cars, going off somewhere.
Doing some sneaky things.
You got it.
So, you have pretty good reason to think that she is definitely cheating with Butch for 3 years. Oh, yeah. Do you have any doubt, audience? Yeah? I understand. You guys are fair, right? You want to hear the other side of it. Yeah. Do you want to meet her and Butch? All right, come on out, Susan. Susan, hi, Butch. Susan, I understand that you want a divorce.
Actually, I thought I was here because Alan wanted a divorce, and I wouldn't give it to him.
What? Say what?
He called up your show and told your show he wants a divorce, but Susan won't give it to him.
And
we'll
when
give him anything he
I'll
wants.
sign it.
You will give him a divorce?
Oh, definitely. There's no doubt.
Alan, is that true? Did you really say that?
That was a while ago.
Give me a break. What else a while ago? It's what you're saying now. What did you say just a while ago?
We've only been producing the show for a couple of weeks.
You want to know what changed? A lot has changed.
Tell us what has changed.
Okay. There was a few times when she had told me she was going out to New Brunswick Square Mall. Okay?
Wait a minute.
That's-
That has nothing to do with what you just did and called the show about.
Listen
You
to
said
me.
you want a divorce and I won't give it to you.
That's
You got
right.
the papers, I'll sign the papers. Let's go. Let's get this over with.
I will not give them to you. I will not give them to you unless you admit with the affair that you two were having for the past 3 years.
Number
will
one,
you
you
not-
weren't having an affair, okay?
Yes, you were.
Number two, you were
For
having
what?
an affair because I found your girlfriend's panties and all.
Those don't have nothing to do with me.
I helped your wife empty your house out.
Yeah.
That was your name,
Yeah.
Teddy Bear, wasn't it?
The one day she got me out, the next friggin' damn night, your ass moved in.
No, right.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Well, that's twice. Remember, you're on national television, okay? Watch your language. All right. Wait a minute. You say you weren't having an affair. You are married to this man. And you,
Unfortunately,
Butch,
yes.
are married to another woman.
Yes, I am.
So if it's not an affair, what is it?
It hasn't been an
Now,
affair.
It was an affair when he's
When I
trying to say it
moved
wasn't
into
an
her
affair.
house, I moved in to help her pay the rent. I helped her pay the rent. And it just casually grew into an affair because we are the best of friends. And our
Well,
friendship
what?
got bigger. And we're
All
still
right.
the best
So
of friends.
how long have you been having this affair?
March.
March.
Yes,
right.
1994.
So you did not consummate this
We had a
affair
hope.
until March.
I tried to become friends with this man, and every time I walk into his house, he'd lock himself into his bedroom.
Yes.
Does your wife know about this, Butch?
I left my wife, yes.
And what does
She
she
knows
think?
I'm living with this woman,
Does she
yes.
think that there's an affair going on?
No. As far as I'm concerned, she's been accusing me of affairs all our marriage. But that's hearsay.
She knows now, Butch.
I don't care.
So, Susan, why do you want a divorce?
I don't love him anymore. He drives me crazy, and he threatened to take my life.
Wait. He threatened to take your life.
That's right.
Yeah.
He threatened to shoot me
I
with a
admit,
gun.
I'll say it. One
So-
night we had an argument, and I came out and I told her if I ever came home and caught both of you in bed, I would
That's why he's got bullets with his wife and his
Shoot
3
you.
kids' names on them. That's how sick that man is.
So I got a court order out on him, and I had him removed from the property.
So you have a restraining order against
Yes, I
him. Okay, so why not just get this over with and
Ask
just get a
him.
divorce, Alan?
He ain't
Okay,
going
all
nowhere.
right. He says he will grant you the divorce if you just admit that you were having an affair. Can you admit that you were having this
No, I'm
affair?
not going to admit to something I wasn't
3 years,
doing.
this man is sick. We
No
were the
way.
best of the
But
friends
if
for
it's
3 years.
gonna get you
why
apart
admit,
from this man.
Why admit something that's a lie?
You're right.
Why
but-
admit to a lie?
I have
to satisfy
children.
his ego. Smith
I'm not
there.
going to, give my children something to think about. This is what I was doing while I was with their father. No.
So what is gonna happen, Jacqueline?
If she said to you, I was having an affair since the honeymoon, what difference would it make to your life? You're giving away your life. You're not just giving away her time. What are you
True.
doing with your time?
My time is spent working, trying to get everything back together again.
What are you doing that's constructive? Do you think this is going to make her love you? By acting like this, it's certainly not going to romance her back into your life.
You really want to know? I wouldn't take her back right now, even if
Why are
they-
you driving up and down the street every day? Why are you
But in
driving up
my
and down the
opinion-
street?
In my opinion, right now, with her sleeping with him, she nothing but used garbage.
All right, but let
I
me
wouldn't
remind you,
dare.
Alan. Okay,
Thank
you're
you.
throwing these insults around, but you yourself admitted to having an affair on her. So
No, I never did.
Oh, how many? 4, 5,
No,
maybe
he didn't
6?
have an affair. He had a one-night stand. It's a distinction that some of us don't get.
We
but that's a
got love
distinction that
letters,
he's saying.
we got pictures, and we got panties that he said was his sister's. What are you saving his sister's panties for? You're just sick.
They are not mine. They are not mine. They are not mine.
You told me that yourself. I asked you out of
There's
your
something
trunk of
I
your
don't get,
car.
though,
Whose
also.
Hang on,
panties?
Butch, hang
Those are my
on.
sisters.
Butch, there's something I don't understand either here, though. You said you moved in to help her with the rent.
'Cause I had no
What
place to
about
move.
the rent that your wife is paying?
When I moved out of my house, we bought that house with the option she would pay the rent because it's an apartment with her money, and I would pay the bills.
But isn't your first obligation also to take care of your family
I take
before
care of
you
my
start to
family.
help out your good
I
friend?
take care of my family.
Well, then I could say
I'm
for
paying
Alan, he
child
hasn't
support.
paid child support since April.
And I pay child support, and I pay
Hey, if
my
you
bills
think
and her
that is
bills.
not considered child support, the court told me I had to pay half your rent. And why should I pay half
child
your
support.
rent
We
when
can
he's
change
living
it.
there?
We could change it.
We can change it. We don't want nothing from you anyhow, son. You sign your name on a piece of paper, that's all.
is there any hope for these two?
I think there's hope for these two. I don't think there's hope for these two. I think, quite frankly, think these two, having seen them I think these two really are connected as friends. And I think what's really fundamentally clear here is what's going on between them is they're really there for each other during a very difficult time. And these two stop being friends, so whether they stay married or not, the marriage ended a long time ago. The paper is just a piece of paper.
It's just a piece of paper. Are you going to give it to her?
Are you going to give it to yourself? Forget about what it does for her. Are you going to spend the rest of your life on negative energy? What happens if someone said to you, it's 6 months left, this is what you're doing with your life? How are you making your life better?
I'm not. I'm just making it even worse.
Right. So why don't you turn to her and say, I'm grateful for the good times we have, and end it with the same dignity that you went into the marriage?
Really, it wasn't really good time. Put it that way.
But there'll be better times ahead, and the stress is going to shorten your life expectancy. Go out there and create a new life with someone else.
Right, but what happens is all this time that we've been separated since January, okay? I've tried, okay?
But it hasn't worked. So why don't we put the past to rest? You have children. Is this really good for them to see? Don't you think the best thing that they could see is for the two of you to say on national television, I'm sorry, it's a new day, and we're going to always be a family because we always have children, but we're not going to be husband and wife, and why don't the two of you start to be the kind of friends that she was with Butch, and you'll find you'll have a much better life.
Well, for one, I haven't even seen my kids.
Well, you haven't paid child support either.
That's
You
your
haven't
fault.
paid child support either, so
Yeah,
your
and if you
responsibilities go with privileges.
If you can just
Because
move
one day-
on and let bygones be bygones and sign the papers, then maybe you can move on to having a positive relationship with your ex-wife and your kids.
And sit down together with the kids. Go home today, and the two of you sit down with the kids today and say, kids, we're really sorry. We've been acting like children, and we're going to be adults, and everything's going to be okay.
Sounds like good advice to me.
And pay child support, and see your kids, and be positive with each other.
Good luck, Alan. Good luck. When we return, we'll meet a woman who has filed for divorce twice, kicked her husband out, and even got a restraining order against him, and he still refuses to sign the divorce papers. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
When I get a sinus attack, it wipes me out. Then I take some medicine, and it dries me up.
Now, a moisturizing formula that won't dry you up. New Sinutab Non-Drying clears you up without drying you out.
I just want to feel like myself again.
New Sinutab Non-Drying clears you up, won't dry you out.
A healthy hairspray? I think I'm in love. Gels that are actually good for my hair. A mousse with pro vitamins. Brilliant.
Leave it to Pantene Pro V to go beyond styling to healthy. There's gel for control, mousse for volume, and hairspray that holds all day. All enriched with Pantene's Pro Vitamins that penetrate to improve. Pantene Pro V styling for hair so healthy, it shines. New larger sizes are a better value.